Welcome to Casually Achieving a Podcast. I'm your host, SmashRath,
And I am the casual Tony, and we're gathered here today with our guest, Grizzley Wolf.
Hello, I am here.
Now we're going to get into the little Halloween spirit here, and we're going to name off some of our top horror movies.
Yeah, we made 9x9s.
Yeah.
And hopefully this green screen effect will work like the last podcast, and you'll be able to see trailers and behind them.
Yeah, it turned out really well last time.
Anyway, Tony, you want to start off with yours?
Yeah, I'll go across my 9x9s, starting with Troll 2. It might be the greatest, worst movie of all time. Have you ever seen it, Cody?
No.
Have you ever seen the most famous line from it? They're eating her! Then they're gonna eat me! Oh my god! It might be the worst, best... And that's not even, like, the best moment in that fucking movie. From the corn sex scene, where it's, like, this witch girl and a guy's, like, they're, like, getting hot and heavy. So they start eating a corn on the cob together. And it's, like, supposed to be them making out, but they're eating corn on the cob. It's weird. And then it, like, cuts to, like, or then, like, popcorn starts popping out of the air.
What?
And then the trailer door opens and a bunch of popcorn just rolls out. I'm not making this fucking shit up. This actually happens in the movie.
This sounds like a spoof movie. Like they're making fun of it.
It's not. It was supposed to be a serious movie, but it's just so bad it's good.
God.
Or the part where so they're all eating dinner together, and this kid, he can like see his fucking dead grandfather talking to him, and they're in this town called Neobog, and they get given food from their neighbors, and all the food's like green and gross looking, and it's supposed to poison people. So like the kid has apparently the ability to freeze time, and then his grandfather's like, "You must make them not eat the food." So, okay, hypothetically, if you had the ability to stop time, how would you remove the food? Would you just pick it up, remove it off the table, throw it out, hide the food? Or piss on it? Because this kid pisses on the food.
What the hell?
Yeah. And it cuts to the best scene of all time where the dad's like carrying the boy to his room. And is like, "Yeah, you see that? It's hospitality. You don't piss on hospitality." And then like the guy starts adjusting his belt, and the kid looks up and goes, "What are you gonna do to me, Daddy?"
Daddy, chill. Oh no.
And the dad just looks at him and was like, "I'm tightening my belt so I don't have hunger pains." Like I said, this is the best movie of all time, like by far. Horror movie, not wise, it's amazing. Then my second one is the Silent Hill movie, which is phenomenal, just straight up phenomenal. If you're a fan of the Silent Hill franchise, it's pretty much there. And a
Silent
movie.
Hill.
Yeah, it was great. That one scene where where Pyramid Head picks up the woman, just rips her skin off her fucking body. That was great.
I like to think that started a fetish.
Of what?
Oh, absolutely.
Of fucking weird nurses or
Some fucking
ripping
Donnie
skin
daddies,
off.
dude.
Oh
Yes. The answer to your question is yes.
god. When Daddy Pyramid comes around, slamming that sword in the room. Best step back.
As you get groped and fondled by weird nurses with no faces.
Yeah, or
But
as he fucks a
rocket
mannequin.
tits.
Absolutely, I agree with that 110%. You couldn't be more right.
Oh, yeah. So amazing. Yeah. So amazing. And then even the twist ending at the end was pretty great.
Mhm.
Like all of it is amazing for Silent Hill, the movie. And then my third one is an animated classic, Cody. Monster House.
It's time for an in-your-face disgrace.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best animated like cartoon movie out there. The scene where they're playing basketball together. Time for an in-your-face disgrace. The kid shoots the ball bounces back, hits him in the fucking head. Or when they step into the monster house and it has like a uvula, and it's like, oh my god, it's a girl. Like shit like that is fantastic. Fourth one, Grave Encounters. Cody
God
showed me
damn it.
this movie. Cody showed me this movie,
Fucking
and
scary as shit.
yeah, one of the actual few horror movies where I got jumped. Like I was actually scared.
Literally
like,
is my
what
sleep
fuck?
paralysis demon when you see that big guy
Yeah.
running down the hallway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't
that's
even that.
fucking.
Tongue boy hanging from the ceiling above the bathtub.
Oh my god.
Yeah, or the little girl just chilling in the room. Like that was fucking shit. Fuck me up. Even the second one was good.
I
We
need
talked
to
about
watch
that
this
the other
again because I don't remember that movie being all that scary.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Number 2 wasn't near as scary as number 1.
It wasn't near as scary, but you do have Rat Boy, so yeah, that's good. And
That guy actually. Hold up. That guy that plays in the Graven. Was it number 1 or 2? The one with the buggy ass eyes. Kind of looked like a sloth.
yeah,
He was actually in TV shows and shit. Like he's
I
in
can
that
believe it.
show Lost, I think.
okay. I didn't watch Lost.
Same.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to save my middle one for last because that's the one I got to talk about the most. So the next one is Cabin Fever. This movie
Classic.
is phenomenal. Both the 1 and 2 are both amazing, but number 1 takes the cake. Just all the gore in it and everything is just phenomenal. Just watching the people slowly rot because of like infected water. That's pretty fucking cool. Has some great comedy in it as well when they shoot the homeless guy.
It was definitely a neat concept.
Oh, it's a fantastic concept, yeah. The next one is The Girl on the Third Floor, which has Philip CM Punk Brooks
I'm wearing
starring
a
in
shirt.
it. Yeah. Being a CM Punk fan, obviously I was gonna watch this movie, but it took me aback of how fucking good of an actor he is, and how good of like a movie this was with the practical effects and everything. Like it's phenomenal. I've sat back and rewatched it multiple times because it's just a captivating film with a pretty good story plot.
That's the
if
one
you
where he's
watch
like
multiple-
standing up in the balcony, he's watching sex, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like haunted by an old brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they would have live sex shows. Yeah.
It's my kind of movie.
Yeah, and the next one after that, 30 Days of Night, which is probably one of the best vampire movies of all time.
Yeah, I agree. Like vampire movies are very hit and miss.
Oh yeah, but 30 Days of Night fucking killed it. I even had to sit down and read the light novel or the visual, or what the fuck's it called again? Manga, whatever the fuck it's called, comic book, whatever it is. Had to sit down and read that too. Art in that one is amazing as well. Like it's just gritty, gory, bloody. Everything is just amazing. It's just I gotta sit down and rewatch that one again. It is by far the best vampire movie of all time. And then
The only thing I
after that-
remember of that movie is the lead vampire kind of looked like a pedophile. That's all I remember.
Yeah, he did. It's the reason why he doesn't go out in the sun. And then the next one on my list is Godzilla Final Wars, the 2004 Godzilla movie, which was supposed to be the final movie in the franchise, where it's just over 2 hours long of just monster battle, kung fu action of just unreal proportions. Like there's a story there. You don't have to watch it. It's not necessary. It's just amazing watching like alien men like use martial arts against like regular guys. There's like a former MMA fighter who's there, and everyone speaks Japanese in the movie except that guy who has like the thickest American accent. So like you have this Japanese girl walk up to him and like saying how she loves him, and he just looks over and is like, "You too, honey." It's just out of place. You can tell he doesn't understand a single fucking thing anyone says. He's just there to kick ass.
Can I also mention at the very, very first when I was doing the intro, I forgot my own name? All right. That's why I paused for so long.
We were off to a very smooth start.
I forgot my own name.
Cody, academic achiever.
SmashRath.
SmashRath. Fucking hell. God damn it. I'm sorry. Holy shit.
Keep going, Joe. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. Pick the perfect time in the middle of Godzilla Final Wars, because that is a clusterfuck of a movie, but it's amazing at the same time. It does have a plot twist at the end too, though, Cody.
Yeah, was
Imagine
it directed
that.
by M. Night Shyamalan?
No, it had just another big monster kaiju battle, but like
There was no
bigger.
little kid rapping?
No little kid rapping. But there was a Godzilla versus Zilla from the fucking shitty 1999 Godzilla movie, where it's like 40 seconds long, has Sum 41 playing in the background. Godzilla just picks Zilla up and just fucking throws him to a stadium, blows an atomic beam at him, just fucking annihilates him in 40 seconds.
Oh my god.
Best moment in the entire movie. Just showing how dominant Godzilla is. And then the final one, my sweet favorite movie of all fucking time, Shaun of the Dead. I watch this movie multiple times a year.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It's the best zombie movie of all time. There's no better character work in a zombie movie. The zombies portrayed in this is what a zombie should be. Terrifying but slow. Kind of dumb, but at the same time, they attack in numbers, so that's where they overwhelm you. And it's just, the humor in it is so amazing. The chemistry between every actor in it is amazing. It has one of the most emotional death scenes in any zombie movie, where Sean has to kill his own mother. That is like the most emotional fucking moment of all time. I don't care if I fucking spoil it or whatsoever. It's been out since 2004. It is fucking phenomenal, flawless from back to front. The humor in it, the camera like cuts, everything.
Wasn't it
Edgar
done?
Wright,
Yeah, Edgar Wright.
Yeah, the Edgar Wright fucking nailed it for this movie. And Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, their fucking chemistry together just goes to show you through every movie they're in together with.
It's the nail in the coffin.
It's just from start to back, like, it is the best zombie movie of all time. And like, just that's the movie where it's like, this is where all their careers like kind of started, which is another great thing to say. It's there, I can't say much more. It's amazing. It's a perfect zombie movie, and it's comedy at the same time. So it's like, what more do you want? Like, it has fucking everything. Romance has it, comedy it has it, gore it has it, zombies, yeah.
Getting a pint down at the pub.
It's pint down at the pub.
Get your nuts.
It started a conspiracy theory, actually, how dogs can't look up. That movie started that full conspiracy theory of how dogs can't look up, and it's an actual fucking like thing people question to this very day because of this fucking movie.
What?
It's amazing. Yeah. Dogs can't look up.
They can.
Sure.
They can't.
Okay.
They can't look up. They just stare forward. They can tilt their head, but they can't still fully look up.
JB would say otherwise.
JB tilts his head sideways. Holy fuck, man.
I'm gonna put that dog on the screen there too.
Nice. Oh my god. And Shaun of the Dead also created one of my favorite fucking quotes of all time. Fuck-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah. You have any honorable mentions to go with it?
Funky Phil. Honorable mentions for my list, for like, I would say probably Feast one is fantastic.
Ew.
Mm.
No.
Hellraiser, 2 and 3, I would say those two were phenomenal. The second last Hellraiser movie that was out was amazingly bad. I can't even remember what the fuck it's called.
Open the box.
You opened the box, you summoned us, and we came. It's so fucking good. Shin Godzilla, GMK, Godzilla King of the Monsters. All those were great movies. Hot Fuzz, The World's End. Those are other good ones. The first Resident Evil was amazing.
Yeah, the Resident Evil movies don't get enough credit.
The first two were really good. I think they kind of went downhill after those. But yeah.
I liked all of them except for the animation ones.
Yeah, that's understandable. And Berserk.
That's not a
That's
horror.
That's technically a horror.
It's horror. It's
Yeah.
got gore.
It's got
Because
gore.
you can't just make
monster.
a movie genre about just gore.
Yeah, it's everything. It's fucking dark.
It's like saying
and-
the fucking Deadpool's fucking horror.
That's
comedy.
action.
It's action comedy.
It's
Berserk's
action
like
gore.
dark, is like dark horror fantasy.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's no comedy in it. Other than Puck, and Puck's a piece of shit. That's pretty much it.
All right,
Yeah.
Grizzly, what's yours? All 9 of
Alright.
them.
First one on my top 9 is Trick or Treat. Watching it recently, I liked the concept of the whole, like, on Halloween, you have to do these 3 things, otherwise you will die to this small pumpkin child. And it has, like, multiple different stories that have their own little twists at the end, and it was just great. It was like watching 3 movies in one.
Yeah, and how they all like interlude with each other was great too.
It was
Yeah.
pretty good. It was snazzy.
Plus, it had that one chick from True Blood, so that was pretty great.
True Blood was a great show.
The UK one?
Whatever one the mum
No.
would watch.
I think that was the UK one.
They had
I watched
American
the-
actors.
Wait, was that the werewolf and the vampire thing? Or am I thinking of a different one?
I think you might
I
be
think it's the
thinking of a
same
different.
Which one was the one with the werewolf, the vampire, with the ghost in the house?
I have no, I don't know. I
feel like
only
that's
know
True
is
Blood.
that the True Blood that I watch has a bunch of people from Louisiana, and the main character's name, who is played by the girl in Trick or Treat, who's dressed up as Red Riding Hood for her Halloween party in the woods. Her character's name in True Blood is Suki, and it's the dumbest name I've ever heard. Second movie is Sinister.
Oh yeah.
That movie was so great, and I like when it comes to like horror movies about like, oh, my house has a backstory, and it turns out the backstory is that all of these families that used to live there are all like filming their deaths, and no one knew how. It was all because of this gross spirit with just the most sinister, evil looking face. Took kids, and then they're just gone. And the kids in it with like the drawing on the wall of like the dude's face and the hanging family creeped me out. It was so great.
Literally the guitarist for Slipknot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Didn't James get jump scared by Sinister?
I did, too.
Do you? Which one was it that had the really bad jump scare where it was like the TV and you knew he was gonna pop up?
Oh,
And like
yeah, that was that one too. Yeah.
that would freak James out. He left the room.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There's nothing worse in a horror movie than a bunch of dead kids just hanging out.
Yeah,
And
that's it's creepy as shit. And plus, I think in that movie, isn't it the fact that you can't leave him once you're there?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, but I honestly love the most part when he was finding all the films of these families dying, like the lawnmower one.
Oh my god.
God
yeah.
damn. That was you didn't really see it, but you could hear it, and that was enough to watch like the guy react to it like, oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's just like some kind of weird music and then
Yep. Third one, Chernobyl Diaries. I know it's not a good movie. It's got Jesse McCartney in it. That speaks for itself.
Oh my god.
But
Can you include 1 second of that one Jesse McCartney song, Cody?
One song.
yeah, which one?
I'm trying to remember. Which one is it where Jesse McCartney? I'm trying to
Just include
remember.
a clip of him saying like right where you want me. Chernobyl Diaries was like the first horror movie that I watched where it was about Chernobyl, or even just something along the lines of like a natural disaster, well, semi-natural disaster happening to like just this city, especially somewhere in Russia of all places.
Yeah, that's a tricky place.
I found the song. Beautiful soul. I don't
Oh
want
my
another
God.
pretty face. Oh shit.
Plus it has, first of all, there's a bear that's just straight up in an apartment building that's blown to smithereens.
I remember that movie. I didn't find it too bad. I liked it.
They're like it explained Chernobyl pretty well. It had the creepy van driver played by, I believe, an actual Russian or
Nice.
Czechoslovakian,
Oh.
whatever.
Yeah, I remember watching this. Me and Cody were living in up in Sackville at the time. We watched that like I think after Grave Encounters.
Yeah.
What a change of movies.
Yeah, we were watching a bunch of found footage films at the time.
Yeah, that's it.
Also, the ending with the twist where the last person to be alive did not get out was pretty great. It was a nice twist.
It's always great when all the people in the movie don't survive.
And then it showed like all of the deformed people from the disaster still there.
Yeah.
And you see if you look at screenshots from the movie and you see like them all like in the screenshot, there's one person that stands out and he looks straight up like the guy from Goonies.
Hey, you guys!
Yes.
My favorite guy.
Oh god.
You eat that Butterfinger?
Fourth one on my 9x9 is Sleepy Hollow, where it's got Johnny Depp in it, and then
so
Christina Ricci. And Christina Ricci, who was, I believe, the original Wednesday Addams, if I remember that correctly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that Adam's Family started a fetish too, I like to think.
Oh god. For goth girlfriends, absolutely.
I was talking about that big ass fur ball, but yeah, sure.
Oh, you mean Cousin It?
I thought you were talking about the hand.
Thing.
That's where her furry started.
Yeah.
The reason why I have Sleepy Hollow on here, even though it's not like jump scares and all that like typical horror, it is like it does tell like the whole legend of Sleepy Hollow, the headless horseman and all that. It's pretty great. I like the movie in general, and plus the tree and the fact that it bleeds was really creepy, and how it opened up and the headless horseman came flying out on his horse. It was great.
Balls to the wall.
I think we had that on VHS back in the day because Mom had like almost fucking every Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah. Mom
Johnny Depp was great.
On Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yeah.
I love, like, it's not horror like sinister or anything, but it's definitely like on that list of being like a good movie for Halloween time.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Paranormal Activity 2. Lots of people do not like the Paranormal Activity movies. I agree. But I watched all of them and I liked them because my favorite type of horror is paranormal horror. Nothing is scarier than not knowing what it is that you're up against.
Yeah.
And especially if you can't see it. So Paranormal Activity 2 was one of the Paranormal Activity movies that scared me the most. because it involved a kid, it involved a dog, it had a whole like family dynamic where at the end, like, the sister of the mom came and she took the kid, killed everybody, and left.
Yeah, it's crazy. I watched all the Paranormal Activities as well.
Mm-hmm.
I watched most of them. I got the gist of the ones I didn't watch. I was never a big fan. But
I actually liked them.
For me, when it comes to like paranormal stuff, I liked Poltergeist. I think that was like one of the that's a classic though.
Yeah, Poltergeist was like my very first scary movie that I watched when I was like 8 years old. And Lucian makes fun of me for it. That was the first horror movie that I watched, and it scared me.
It's understandable though.
It is, especially when you're 8 years old watching it, like at 10 o'clock at night. Like, yeah, it's gonna be kind of scary.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mama, I loved this movie so much. I bought it. I loved Mama so fucking much. Because it had the dad was running away and he took his kids to this abandoned cabin in the woods after they crashed their car. Dad left them, never came back, and it had the spirit of this deformed bitch from eons ago who was mentally ill, and it became the grossest spirit known to man. Like, the cracking, the deformed face, the wispy, like, hair and everything, just ugh. It was a good movie. Honestly, one of the scarier parts was not only when she was under the bed and like crawling, like trying to crawl into the mattress to get up to the lady, I guess their aunt in the movie, if you want to call her that. She wasn't all for the kids, and that's fine. But like, these kids were freaking wild animals when they were found, and the fact that they were crawling around the house when they found them, and they were covered in dirt, so they blended in, and then they were sitting on top of the fridge. It was creepy as fuck, and they did that well.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of kids in horror movies.
And then the littlest one eating bugs, like specifically moths and shit. Ugh.
Got that protein.
Got that powder.
And I honestly didn't like the ending, mainly because I wanted to work out differently, where one of the kids wasn't basically sacrificed to appease the spirit, but you know what? It still worked. And yeah, I just love the movie so much, to the point where I bought it, and I'm trying to make my own mom, who is a huge pussy about horror movies, to watch it with me. I want to torture my mom into watching this movie.
That's fantastic then. That is fantastic. It's always great getting someone who's scared shitless of movies to watch just horrible movies.
That's why I had James.
Yeah.
I slapped his leg and yelled lesbian, and he screamed and spilled his coffee everywhere.
Holy shit. Oh my god. So
Let's
good.
see. Number 7 on my list is VHS.
Oh yeah.
If you've never seen VHS, I highly recommend it, because VHS is not one movie. It's a collection of found footage movies from like all over the world, basically, or at least all over the US.
Yeah, I've watched them all. It's really good.
There's this demon chick in, I believe, New Mexico or whatever, who bites the dick off a guy when he's trying to get laid, and she throws it to the wall.
That's how I take care of my dick too.
And then she carries the cameraman out of the motel room, flies to a volcano, and drops him into hell. And you hear him screaming, and all these different demons come and rip him apart. But you don't see anything, and it's fantastic. There are so many different like types of horror found footage in that movie specifically, where it's like watching 5+ movies all in one.
Was that the VHS one that had the weird Chinese or Korean school?
I believe so.
There's because there's like I think 3 VHS films, and they're all fucking good, and they all do the same thing with different stories. One of them was about like a fucking Korean or Chinese school or something, and there was like just death everywhere, like all these fucking kids. It's crazy.
It might have been that one, or it might have been VHS 2.
Yeah.
But either way, the VHS movies are like, they're really good. If you don't want like one singular plot line, it's basically multiple plot lines all in one.
It's definitely a good film to watch with, like, if you're trying to get a few movies in, you get like a shit ton in, which is great.
It'll definitely keep you like interested because it's different each time. It's not the same thing over and over and over again, other than just being scary little films. It's different types of horror.
Yeah.
So you get like the best of every world.
It's pretty crazy.
Nice.
Number 8 on my list is the Taking of Deborah Logan.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've seen this.
Is that the one where she turns like has like a snake head or something?
Yeah, by the end of the movie, she's so possessed by this demon that she gets, I think it's her daughter? Yeah, her daughter into a cave, I guess, that was like somewhere deep in the woods behind their house. And she has grown like 3 feet tall, like 3 feet taller than she was before. Her head is huge, and she has unhinged her jaw to the point where she's like a snake eating her daughter alive.
Yeah, and that's another found footage film too.
Yes, it is. And let's see, they're like, the whole movie starts as like these kids that I believe are doing like a medical examination at home for this lady, because she has dementia so badly that her daughter called out for help, and she doesn't know if it's dementia or if she's actually like possessed. So this team of, I believe, college students or like young adults or whatever go to her house, and they stay there to monitor her and record all of their interactions with her and what she does. And it gets to the point where it's not dementia, she's just straight up possessed, and she's doing crazy shit, like trying to kill her daughter herself, doing batshit who knows what, and she's like changing day by day, mentally and physically.
That scene where she's unhinging her jaw literally gave me fucking nightmares for like 3 days.
Oh god.
It was really spooky. It was a spooky film.
Oh, there's a gif. There's a bunch of gifs, honestly, of that moment where she's seriously got the kid's head in her mouth.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's not her daughter. It's some other. It's like some other kid, like some kid that is with the team, I believe, or whatever. But either way, she's eating a kid by the end of the movie.
It was freaky.
It was like seeing, honestly, just old people going through dementia itself is scary, let alone a person who's older and is possessed, where literally anything could be happening and you don't know what the cause is. And old people, honestly, are just scary in general. Because they just give no fucks later in life once they're old enough. They give no shits.
Yeah, I love scary
on how anyone else feels.
That's why I like The Visit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Um.
Guy's rubbing his shit all over the kid's face.
All right. My final movie is Dead Silence.
Oh, is that the fucking puppet one?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh my god.
Almost every horror movie that involves puppets or dolls is just already predetermined. There's no way I'm gonna feel sane after watching this movie.
No, that's actually known as one of the scarier ones too, with all the puppets.
It is and I believe it doesn't ease you into the horror either. It like starts out with this lady in her apartment, I believe, and she's just hanging out, and there's a doll in a rocking chair or something, or just sitting somewhere in her room, and she's like getting ready to go to bed, so she's like in her bathroom or whatever, and then she comes out, the doll is gone. You see a sequence of events leading up to her being found dead in her apartment on her bed, laying there with her tongue cut out, and her mouth is just wide open, like even further than it's naturally doing. It does not hold back.
Nice.
The dolls are creepy, and I believe Dead Silence is where a lot of horror game YouTubers use the GIF or the JPEG of the old lady with all of her creepiness, like when the lightning strikes through the windows and you see her face, and it scares the fuck out of you.
Nice.
You have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Pet Cemetery. Liked that movie. There was a couple. There's Pet Cemetery, Halloween, and then the ABCs of.
Oh yeah, ABC's of Death. Yeah.
By the time you get to Z, you're on an acid trip. It's just it doesn't make sense anymore.
That's fantastic.
All right, my top 9. I got the first one's The People Under the Stairs.
Oh.
I love that movie.
It's just like a movie with the guy. There's like a guy running through the fucking house basically with no tongue. He like talks. He's like, which is actually the same guy from the movie Employee of the Month. The guy who farts and he's like, "Sorry, sir." That guy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But
Love that movie so much.
yeah, he basically lives in the walls of his house and stuff, and like I can't really remember the complete thing, but I'm pretty sure it's due to the fact he was like kind of half imprisoned there, so, and he kind of can't escape it, so, because there's like a shit ton of stuff going on downstairs in the basement and stuff. But it was really, I don't know, it's not, I didn't really find it like scary, but I mean like it was definitely something to laugh at.
I want to watch this now.
It's actually a classic too, so
Yeah, it's so good.
I don't know, I was losing my shit laughing every time he talked. He had no tongue. My second one would be Tucker and Dale versus Evil,
Oh my god.
Classic.
which has like a bunch of these kids think these hillbillies are killers, but the hillbillies aren't killers at all. These kids just keep accidentally killing themselves. And the hillbillies thinks the kids are crazy, like a crazy suicide pact. But like, I don't know, they'll be like running away and they just want to help, and then all of a sudden the kid will accidentally run into like a branch where it would like go right through them. One guy accidentally falls in the wood chipper as the other guy's trying to help him get out.
Oh, that's right. Oh my
So good.
god, that movie's so stupid.
And it has some pretty good actors in it too.
Oh yeah. Fantastic movie.
My third one would be Feast 3.
Feast.
Oh my
Feast
god.
3 was crazier than any other feast.
Oh,
Balls to the walls, non-stop action.
You have
Oh,
this,
Just
yeah,
fun.
yeah, you have like this this Asian guy who's like crazy at like wielding swords, and he gets both of his arms ripped off, and then he's just like using like these kicks, and I'm like, holy shit. And then you have he gets impregnated, and then the thing comes out of the guy, and he turns into him, and he's like a huge ass version of one of the monsters. It's a lot better, I found, than the rest of them, because it wasn't set in just one place. It was all around the place. You get to see a guy, like one of the monsters eats the girl's head and shits it back out, literally.
Ew.
It's pretty crazy. My fourth one was the Blair Witch. That basically started my fetish with watching found footage films. I love found footage. It's like my favorite type of horror movie. And it's because of the Blair Witch. And the Blair Witch I found was awesome because like you never really got to see her, the first Blair Witch.
Mm-hmm.
It was like at the end of the movie, the guy's sitting in the corner because she'd make them all like go on timeout, and he was like standing in the corner, and it was just fucking freaky. Like the whole movie from start to finish, especially for its time, because it was controversial at its time, because they never really seen a found footage film like that before, so they thought the actors were dead until they came out and they won an award, and they came out and claimed it. And that's
well, didn't they put out for to like promote the Blair Witch movie? They had like missing posters of the actors in the movie.
Yeah.
To try and like really sell it to them.
Yeah.
That's marketing genius, honestly.
And
that's so good.
That also spawned the based on a true story thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the events are real or something like that, and then at the end it said like it was fake, but
it freaked a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It scared people, like not just watching the movie, but like IRL as well. I also recently watched this movie, but a number 5 would be The Green Inferno.
Yeah.
It's where a bunch of people get into a plane crash, and they all like, well, they originally go up as like, what is it, like an activist or something? I don't know.
Yeah, there are like warrior activists trying to save the rainforest from getting cut down.
Yeah, and then they find that it's just like a scheme, basically.
It's like a publicity stunt to try to make them seem like they're doing good. But one of the guys had made a deal with another company to try to cut down the woods instead, to just basically delay it and make them seem like they're doing good, but really, in all honestly, they're just doing it for publicity and try to make themselves famous and popular.
Yeah, and then when they were driving back on the plane, it crashes, and they're all stuck. Everybody's kind of like waking up from the crash, except for a couple people who died in the crash, and they're immediately getting shot with fucking arrows, like those darts that put you to sleep. They're in a cage. They're all going insane because they realize immediately that the biggest guy there, which is just like a big black man, he was super sensitive though. He total cuck, but his eyeballs get ripped out, his tongue gets cut off while he's still alive. His arms get ripped off, and then he gets thrown in a smoker. And they eat him.
Yeah.
They all eat him. And like there's one girl who like you thought got away, but you start realizing that the kids are placing her skin on them because she has tattoos. And they're putting the tattoos on their bodies. Like her tattoos.
Oh god.
Yeah.
The girl completely rips off their clits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a guy, a girl, it drives her insane. She cuts her throat, and they're all like trying to stuff weed down her throat so that hopefully it gets the place high, so that they can escape. And there's a guy jacking off in the corner.
Oh my god.
They
Yeah.
do. All the people in the village do get high, but they don't realize they get the munchies and they're cannibals.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
fucking nuts.
one of the girls gets sick and starts having diarrhea in the cage, and all the kids are just laughing at her.
Yeah.
That was more of a funny moment. But
There's just
it's great.
there's this big guy, and he like paints his face yellow, and he literally just can like cuts people on the spot with this like huge bone axe.
Yeah, he's the executioner.
Which is pretty crazy.
Oh my God.
It was one of the craziest films I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's fucked up and gory. Yeah.
But that's the way it is in these
Yeah.
tribal areas, and people don't fucking realize that they do have the ability to advance in technology, but a lot of them don't, and they stay back into like the old kind of fucking days where, tribal days where they do everything by nature and stuff, and they're cannibals. They're tribal cannibals. My number 6 is The Void.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a Canadian film, which Tony found out for us, and it did not have that high of a budget.
No, God, no.
But it looked so good.
And since Grizz, you're a fan of Letterkenny, right?
Yeah.
You remember Stuart's like friend, the gay one, with like kind of the floofy hair?
Oh yeah.
He's in this movie.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and also Knives Chow from Scott Pilgrim is also in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at screenshots of this movie, and this looks trippy as fuck.
It's literally a more alien-like Hellraiser.
It's like Hellraiser meets like Cult of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really, really fucking neat. Like, the guy literally... Oh my God. The doctor impregnates a teen to have his child that he, like, lost. Because he lost his daughter. So she gives birth, I guess, even though it's not giving birth. Her body just explodes.
Because she got impregnated with one of the like Cthulhu-esque beasts.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking nutty. Like, it's more scarier at the first due to the fact, like, it's not the fact that they're coming in. It's the fact that they won't let you out.
Yeah.
So it's
they have a ritual they want to try to fulfill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything's going on, and it's all done in a hospital, which makes it worse.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
It's pretty friggin' crazy.
The lighting in it is phenomenal. I'll say that.
Everything kind of looks. There's not that CGI bullshit.
Yeah, practical effects, which look amazing.
Yeah.
I like all the costumes and shit.
And like the way the creatures look, literally looks like something that what's his name would do. The guy who does the guy that inspired like Dark Souls and shit.
H.P. Lovecraft?
H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, the guy that does Cthulhu. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. Number 7 would be Repo, the Genetic Opera.
I have yet to see that, and I want to.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's, I don't know, it's something you could sit back and watch and you'll laugh at some moments. It's a fucking, like a rock metal opera of like, it's fucking good. And like Paris Hilton's in it.
Yeah.
And she sings like rock metal. Oh, fuck, I burped. Rock metal.
Might be her best singing work ever.
It also has that guy that acted in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well.
Oh yeah.
It was really, really good. I mean, like, I'm assuming you guys know what the Repo Man is.
Yeah.
Where he literally like takes your organs and sells them on the black market.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you get there's gore in it, obviously. It's definitely gore in it. I mean, it might inspire a bondage fetish.
Oh, probably.
One of my favorite parts in the movie is where he's singing, and he puts his hand up the guy's stomach into like where his vocal cords would be, and makes the fucking dead guy sing with him.
Yeah.
Uses
Okay.
him as like a ventriloquist dummy.
I have Amazon Prime and I'm going to watch this when we're done.
It's
so good.
It's so good. It's not really
So
like
good.
scary, but it's really good. Even the music in it is good too.
Oh yeah.
It's bopping. My number 8 would be The Descent.
Such a good movie.
That's
terrifying.
It is terrifying. You get like a bunch of these people that are used to going down into the caves and doing all that climbing shit, and they don't realize that there are, I think they were miners that used to be down in that cave, and they completely transformed due to having no light and stuff, and there's a lot of cannibalism and stuff like that. This is like the movie that literally brought jump scaring to me. Like, I was like, oh Jesus, because there's like one scene where they have like their camera and they turn it on night vision mode, and they see one of the fucking monsters in behind them, and holy shit, it scared the living absolute shit out of me. Like, I literally I could not sleep for like a month after watching it. It was so scary to me, and especially for its time. Like, it definitely should have came out like around nowadays, not then.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's scary in a way too, where it's almost like psychologically scary, because if you're claustrophobic, you don't want to watch it. They're crawling in these tiny holes, the ground shifting, people are getting stuck, and they get fucked. Well, not literally fucked, but like fucked,
Yeah.
in a sense
Screwed
where,
over.
yeah, screwed over.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fucking nutty. And my last one would be Train to Busan.
I still have not watched this, but Cody has been only talking praises of it lately. And since Cody's not a guy who likes reading subtitles, this surprised me.
Yeah, it's a Korean film, and it's a zombie film, and like, I haven't seen a zombie film like it. Have you ever seen a zombie film where zombies can't see in the dark?
Last of Us?
Was that The Last of Us that did that?
Last of Us had those the clickers where they would react to sounds.
Yeah, kind of like the nurses in Silent Hill and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's what these zombies are like. And there's like a lot of like, you get to see a lot of like personalities, kind of, where it's like, oh, we shouldn't open this up. They could be infected, or you know what I mean. A lot of assholes too, where they know they're not infected, but they just won't fucking open it up for them because they don't want more people in the area.
These are the worst type of people in zombie movies.
Yeah, you get that motherfucker in it too, and he fucks up everything. Oh fuck, I like, he fucks up everything. It's sad. It's got its sad turns, sad moments. I won't ruin it too much since you guys haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But it was like, for a zombie flick, it was done really well. Like, cause I was watching it, I was like, what kind of graphics is this in? Because it looks like way too good. You get to see like their eyes shift and fucking everything. Also, it felt like Yakuza 5, or not Yakuza 5, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Because the strong guy literally looked like the police officer in Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Oh god.
And the hobo in the film literally looked like the hobo from Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Oh.
Where he'd throw like the bird seed.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, there was those are my top 9 honorable mentions. I mean, I definitely agree with Sinister. Sinister was like, holy shit. When I first watched that, I was terrified. Another one would be Jerusalem. That was terrifying. And I think it was So Above, So Below, or I think it was another one. It was about the Paris catacombs. It was found footage.
Yeah.
That was scary as shit.
That was fucking scary.
So, those would definitely be mine.
Oh, what was that one movie Lucien wanted us to mention?
Oh, Halloween.
Was it Halloween?
The Halloween one where the guy had to tape the monkey wrench to his hand.
Oh
and-
yeah,
Yeah.
because in the compared to like the original version where it's on VHS or whatever, you can't see the detail of how when he smashes the passenger window from climbing on top of the car, he has a monkey wrench taped to his hand.
It's so
And then what was it? It was something about Bigfoot.
Oh, something versus Bigfoot, wasn't it?
Oh, that movie?
It was the Wendigo.
Wendigo.
But that's not what it was called. What was it? Dawn of the Beast. It's
Yeah.
literally a movie about Bigfoot, but it turns out it's not about Bigfoot at all. It's about the Wendigo, where all these people end up dying, becoming a part of the Wendigo's army, and then Bigfoot kicks the Wendigo's fucking ass without actually doing it. Like, he kills all of his little minions, and he just looks at the Wendigo, and it's like, well, shit, I've been had, and then drifts away.
so bad.
And apparently Bigfoot grants, like, permission to stay alive, or, like, he gives him, like, a pass, basically, because he didn't kill him, and therefore all of the creatures of the Wendigo, including Bigfoot, don't mess with him. It was so weird.
It was not.
And then
good.
by the end of the movie, this guy that all the characters had talked to in the beginning when looking for where the Bigfoot sightings are, he drives up with his car as the one survivor of this band of college freaks. He drives up to... So you experienced the moon, did ya? Like, something along those lines of, like, so you did it. How'd you like it? And then he just gets in the car, covered in blood, down to his boxers, limping with, I believe, a shovel. And he's like, just drive.
That was a rough orgy. Let's go.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's muchly appreciated. Be sure to check Tony out on the Twitch. He has only got, like, what, 4 or 5 followers left?
5 now, I think.
5
can't
followers
remember.
left before he fucking hits affiliate?
Finally.
Woo!
Special on Twitch as well. Which is going to be exciting.
Yeah. So be sure to go check out Tony on the Twitch and the YouTubes, and be sure to check me out at SmashRath on YouTube, and I stream very scarcely for the academic achievers. I haven't streamed in like 2 months, so.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to plug, Grizzly?
Please check these guys out. They make good content. They play good games.
Thank you.
They deserve the follows, the subscribes, and everything else in between.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. It's muchly appreciated.
Anytime.
All right, and until then, see you later.